Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Lumi. I'm a polymer clay artist and illustrator. And if you're coming back, welcome back. So happy to have you guys here. So the theme of today's video is Valentine's Day, hence the pink shirt. It's more loosely based on Valentine's Day. I don't like to do things that are like super on theme, just theme adjacent, if you will. So I have a couple of different keychains that I wanted to create for this launch. As I mentioned in my previous video, I'm going to be doing a drop every 2 months. So this is the drop that I will be doing for January and February. So the first design will be a little familiar to those who have watched some of my other videos. It is a Valentine version of the koi fish. I'm going to pop it up right here. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of create the koi but in a theme like I did for the other holiday drops. So the next design that I want to create is a strawberry bunny, and here's a design for that. I wanted to create something a little bit more technically challenging for myself. I just want to try out different things and push myself to try different designs. So the colors I'll be using for the koi fish are Fimo White and Sculpey 3's Dusty Rose. The colors that I'll be using for the strawberry bunny are Fimo White, Fimo Soft Red, Sculpey Primo's Pale Blue, Fimo Soft Pistachio, and Sculpey 3 Dusty Rose. I got a comment on one of my recent videos from Penny Dreadful. They said that Sculpey 3 was the softest in the Sculpey line, and just from playing with the Sculpey Primo clay a little bit, they were right on that. So I'm gonna give Sculpey another try, and I think that the Primo might be a little bit more my speed. So yeah, enough of me yapping. We're gonna jump straight into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I decided to expedite the process a little bit and just portion out the clay for the two keychains. So I have the measurements for the koi and I have the measurements for the bunny. So I'll start with the koi since it's the easiest. I have the body, I have the bow, the two back fins, the two side fins, just a little bit extra for accessories, and then I have for the cheeks. So that's everything for the koi fish. So these are the portions for the bunny. So I have for the head, I have the ears, I have the arms, I have the legs, and I have the little hair. This will be for the shirt. These two are for the little hat, and this is for the strawberry. These two are for the leaves bow around the hat. Lastly, I have the measurement for the skirt dress portion. For all of these measurements, I'm gonna have to confirm while I'm making it. So I think what I'm gonna start on is the koi fish first. Okay, so the two fins done for the side. I'm just gonna put them to the side here. I'm gonna work on the back fins now. Okay, so there's one. And two. So I'm just gonna assemble these together. And voila, fins. So this is the part I'm most nervous about actually, because I need to make the bow. I kind of want it to be like a bigger bow. So I'm not gonna roll this out too much. This is my first time making a bow. We'll see how it works out. And I'm just gonna cut off these rounded edges here. So what I'm thinking for the bow is I'm gonna turn the two sides into the middle like that, and then put a little piece like this in the center so that it looks more like a bow. Yeah, I think that looks cute. on the design, I have, instead of the little dots, I have little hearts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a couple of different sizes and then I'm gonna stick those on. And if I need to make more, I'll make more when I assemble. When I'm making smaller things like this, I like to press it into the acrylic sheet just so that it doesn't move while I'm trying to shape it. I'm not a pro at doing this by any means. These are just some techniques that I do so that it doesn't end up moving. So yeah, let's get started on making the hearts. Now we're just gonna assemble all of the koi pieces that I made. Here is the body. I'm gonna attach the side fins and the back fin first. So now we're gonna attach the back fin. Since this was the Sculpey 3 clay, I did leave it to harden just a tiny bit so that when I put it back on, it wouldn't be as soft. It still seems a little bit soft, but not as soft as when I was like continuously working with it. So now we're gonna attach the bow that goes on top of here. How's that? Is that cute? In my head, I wanted it to look like it was a really thick bow. That's why I had it drawn in the design, but I'm not really liking how thick it is on the top. It looks a little bit too thick, like it doesn't match. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create another one like this, but it's gonna be a little bit thinner. So what I'm gonna do is just keep this bow on the side. I'm gonna start adding the hearts all around since I have those, and then I'm gonna attach the bow at the end. Good morning, everyone. Today is day 2 of creating my Valentine's Day keychains. Yesterday, we left off with completing the Valentine koi. So today, we're going to be focusing on the strawberry bunny. Let's jump straight into it. So as I mentioned before, I've already pre-portioned out all of the clays that I'll need. I'm contemplating where to start first, but I think I'll do what I usually do. Start working on the head first so that I can get all of the white clay out of the way before it gets like tainted by the other colors. And then I think I'll move on to the blue and then the green and then the pink and then the red. So the ears to me do seem a tad bit long, but I'd rather them be a little bit long than too short because then I can always just cut them to size once I put on the hat. So making the arms just a tiny bit short. It's different than I did it the last time with the reindeer, where I made them the exact same as I usually would and then cut off what I needed, but I thought I would try it this time where I make them just the right length. This is for the tail, and I'm going to be making the hair now. So originally I had the skirt at 6 grams, but I don't know where I thought I was going to go with that 6 grams. It's just way too little. So I just added 5 more grams, so now it's at 11 grams, and I think this is going to be much better. I'm using the Sculpey Primo, and I really like this type of Sculpey. It feels very similar to Fimo. It's much firmer than Sculpey 3. So someone had asked in a comment if there's a guide anywhere for how much clay to use. Usually this is how I kind of get the measurements for the clay. I'll set out a certain amount and I'll adjust as I'm making it. This is my notebook here, and I just write down all the individual amounts for each section that I need. So I have the head, ears, arms, etc, etc. If you see the skirt, I had it at 6 grams, but since it's now 11 grams, I'm just gonna change it. That's how I keep track of all of the clay measurements, and it just helps me to create it consistently when I recreate them. And I just keep this next to me while I'm working so that I can easily adjust it. I'm gonna start making the leaf for the hat and the leaves for the strawberry bag. So now we're gonna move on to the straps for the bag using the Dusty Rose clay. This clay is a little bit finicky to deal with, so I'm just gonna take my time and make sure that I have a good length and a good width so that it just makes it easier when I wanna attach it later on. Okay, so I have the shirt done and I have the strawberry done as well. And I'm gonna be moving on to the hat. And finally, all the pieces will be made and I'll be able to move on to assembling everything. This has taken quite a long time. I kind of assumed it would just because there's so many pieces, but I didn't know it would take this long. But we're getting there and I'm excited to see the end result. And I hope you are too. So I've now finished the hat and I'm quite happy with it. So now that we have all of the individual parts, we can start assembling everything. And I'm very excited to see how everything is going to turn out. Hi everyone. I just wanted to give a little bit of an update because I'm a little bit frustrated with the outcome currently, specifically with the head hat situation. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break and just decompress a little bit. But I wanted to include this part in the video because as much as I want the process and I want the piece to come out as perfectly as possible, it doesn't always go the way that I imagined it in my head. Sometimes creating and making things, even when you love doing it, it can be extremely frustrating, but that's when you know it's time to take a step back and take a little bit of a break and not feel like you need to just push through, because that's something that I tend to do. I tend to just push through, and that's probably not the best thing to do for me mentally, because I just stop actually enjoying what I'm doing and enjoying the process of doing it. So yeah, I thought I would just come in quickly and give an update. I'm just gonna chill for a little bit and then I'm gonna continue on finishing this up. If I don't end up finishing tonight, I'll just get back to it tomorrow, and there's nothing wrong with that. So hopefully I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, a little update. So I took a break, and you'll see in the other clips that I started working on the hat again. And I'm so happy on the way that it turned out now. I'm gonna link the creator. I think the username is pronounced yuebun. I'm gonna link the video where I saw them do the hat in their TikTok, and honestly that really saved me with making this hat. I'm just constantly inspired by them. I'm going to be finishing off the face, and then hopefully I can assemble everything. Good morning everyone. So today is day 3 of creating my Valentine's Day charms. I'm going to finish up the strawberry bunny. I just thought that I would just put off until today to kind of put everything together with a fresher mind. That's what I'm going to be doing today. So finally, all of the pieces are done, and I'm going to show you them. So we have our little strawberry bunny. She came out super cute. Here's the back. And she was definitely a task and a half to create. There were just so many moving parts. If you remember in the original drawing, I also had a little bow that was supposed to go from the hat, but I just felt like it would be a little bit overkill to add that. I think the proportions here are much better. So let me know what you guys think of her. She's super cute. I will say, moving forward though, when I need to recreate her, I will not be using the Dusty Rose Sculpey 3 clay. It was such a pain to use that clay to create especially the strap, because the clay is so soft. Yeah, it just would not hold its shape at all. In the future, what I'll probably do is mix a color using the clays that I have to create a similar color to this one, just because I literally am gonna go insane if I have to use this color to make anything in the future. But in brighter news, the Primo clay, the one that I used for the blue, it was really nice to work with. It was a good learning experience for me to see the different types of Sculpey, because before just using the Sculpey 3, I was kind of writing it off, but my perspective has definitely changed after using the Primo clay. So yeah, that's her. And then finally, if you guys remember, it's been a long time since I've looked at this koie. I have the Valentine koie here. Super cute. I love the little heart details for the spots. And I think similarly for this one, I'm going to try and create a similar color for the bow and all of the other attachments in this dusty rose color because the same issue. So I'm going to be putting all of those into the oven and I will show you guys the final result at the end of this video. But for now, that is the end of my Valentine's Day vlog. And I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my process and all the struggles that I went through to create these different keychains. I hope you guys might have learned something. I definitely learned something. I hope it was entertaining for you as well. So these will all be available to purchase on my Etsy shop at Loom if you're interested in purchasing any of these. Your support would mean the world to me. I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and leave a comment down below on which piece was your favorite. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.